Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Larry's Geeky World, and it's let's open some toys. And this is a very special day. This is my birthday. My Me and my twins' 44th birthday today, August 23rd. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be a busy day. I've been on vacation this whole past week. Like I take every year, try to take off for my birthday, and don't mind the mess. I'm still working on laundry as well. But I've been doing a lot of chores around. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I've been doing a lot of uh, I guess kind not really home renovation, but I've been upgrading my shelves for my displays in my dining area. Um, been working on that most of the week. Still some things, and there's some cat hair or dust floating around, and I hate that. Um, but it is my birthday today, and we are going to open up where I had gotten in on Monday. But even though I did already open up this big guy, I couldn't wait to open him up. I actually opened him up yesterday. I was being impatient. I'm very bad at pronunciation. I'm not gonna even attempt to say it. I'm still partly asleep. I'm not fully awake. But this guy, I mean, I've seen pictures of him before. I've seen other people reviewing him before, and actually, it's different when you get him in hand because this guy is. I mean, he's huge. I mean, here's comparison. One of my recent shorts was for the Superman from Superpowers for the new Superman movie, that version. So here's a scale, kind of. Move back a little bit. I mean, this guy could practically eat Superman almost. Uh, but this guy is massive, and he's a lot more shimmery than what I thought he would be. The hardest part was getting the waist back on after taking off to put the tail on here because it had a little hook thing that wraps around the waist peg. This guy's nice. I like him a lot. Um, I hope they do a silver one because that's my D&D character, and maybe I don't know as a rogue because that's my D&D character as a dragonborn rogue with a white deceiver beast. So as a pet, which we have not gotten to play. We're still working out the backstory and all that stuff for that guy. But anyhow, let me take a look. I'm sorry, I'm a little belchy. I just ate lunch as well. I'm not. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm still trying to get used to using this. But this guy is awesome, though. I really like him a lot. Uh, and it also kind of sets my expectations a bit more for how big Leodicius is going to be when he comes in. I know we're still a ways away from that. But if you again, like you follow me on Instagram, you know I posted that I got these guys in that Monday, and I've been holding off on getting. This is the only figure obscura I own, and I don't know if I want to open him up right now. I mean, I got the cellophane off, and I've been having him on display on the new cabinets with the magnetic flap here, as the backdrop, and just having him kind of just stand with in the box, still kind of standing in the middle where you can see him through the window. Uh, I mean, I was already impressed with Four Horsemen's packaging, so I mean, it's hard to put in words because these things are so beautiful. Their artists are so good. So I've been holding off on this since it first dropped, and now they just dropped. Speaking of figure obscure, they just dropped today on my birthday. Uh, this I'm gonna share it here. We go and add that the figure obscure Jersey Devil, and my girlfriend is really into cryptids, so I know this is up her alley. Um, but I don't. I have yet to pre-order. But if we look at it, see if I can't get over here. Go to pre-order. He's already sold out on the all in with the mug and the pens. So yeah, so the only part that's sold out is the pen part. You can still get the mug. It's $12. I know my girlfriend would love this mug in particular. She would just die for that mug. I mean, maybe not die, but she would just because we were originally supposed to go to Arkansas to Boggy Creek, and she knows a lot more. I'm not gonna. I'll probably butcher trying to explain what that is, but I know she would get a kick out of these, and I did send her the link. She's actually out of town right now, um, having to do some family stuff. Uh, but yeah, this thing is pretty rad. I don't. Let's go and take a look at the actual figure, and he's going for $65. A fixed edition pre-order figure obscura. Uh, and I was actually just watching the Dork Lair review right before I got on the live stream because I had just posted as well. And this guy looks really cool. I don't own any creatures that have any of this body, I believe. Yeah, I don't have anybody with anything like this. I have one vampire figure, but he doesn't have the wings. It's just that army builder knight that I can't pronounce. I'm just really bad at pronunciations. But this guy is pretty awesome. Looking, I mean, I believe I don't know. Did it say who took the photos? I know I saw 1 6 shooter post it. These shared this today too. Now I know he does a lot of stuff for Four Horsemen. So yes, he did. He says right here, Trevor Williams 1 6 shooter. He took the photos for this, and he always does really good work. I hope to get somewhere even a quarter as good as he is on taking toy photos. I don't think I'm ever gonna have the backdrops or a lot of the other things, at least not for a while. But look at this. Look at the detail on this. This is amazing. And apparently the wings got a little bit of translucentness. I can't even say any words. I don't know words. I like it comes with the animal skull. That's cool. And one thing I noticed that was interesting when looking at some of the, he comes with an actual stand, kind of like almost like a Hot Toys or like some vintage, maybe like you would use on like maybe some vintage dolls like Barbies or something, which is cool to help him keep them upright because I don't know how, because he's got like technically he's got double knees on the main knees, and he has all this different type of articulation down here. He's got articulation here by the hoof, which I'm pretty sure that's probably a rocker besides the ankle hinge, plus another hinge here and a double hinge knee, which is interesting because it'd be, I don't know there's not a lot of figures that are having the double knees. I mean, I think everything currently is all single jointed knees. So I'm really looking forward to seeing. I don't know. I'm debating. I'm still debating if I'm going to get this. You're not going to watch me order it on stream. I don't know. I've already bought so much stuff that's actually a lot of my pre-orders just all came into my pile of loot on Big Bad this week too. So I gotta think about that um as well. So, but he's really cool. I like the alternate head with the screaming head. I mean, I kind of understand why they couldn't do a articulated jaw unlike the big boy here. Nice articulated mouth, which is really cool. I really, I'm just still at all, but this big dragon guy. I was debating getting the Big Bad Toy Store one, but I was like, if I had one critique, yeah, let me get off of this part. If I can find where my mouse is. There we are. I'm gonna remove that. If there's one critique, I mean, this guy is amazing looking, but it always the proportions just seem off. Maybe that's supposed to be like that, but I feel like his legs need to be a little longer or beefier, longer and beefier. Maybe it just feels like his legs are too stumpy for this kind of body. But he still looks amazing, and the slight how the light hits. I don't know. It's not gonna. I don't know how well it's transferring on camera. These scales that have the kind of glittery paint. I mean, the paintwork on these guys I've noticed has been just immaculate. I don't think I've had any real issues at all. I mean, there was some paint rub I think on the lower waist from the belt when I removed it. When I removed it so I could put the tail on. Only one part of articulation here in the tail, but he's been out for a while. I'm not sure what wave he was part of, but he's pretty cool. Now the other stuff we're gonna open, and I have not decided. I'm pretty much. I'm thinking I'm gonna do it like the old way. I don't think I'm gonna like do the whole. I don't know. Haven't decided because I'm still working on this guy. We'll get back to that next week. We'll continue on with the. I think the next step's the wings, and I think I'm gonna change the name when I do the model builds. So we'll see. Let me go here. But yeah, we are going to start opening some more figures. Now this is right, Teresa Wraith Wraith Haler. Yeah, Haler. I don't know. Maybe y'all can read that. I don't. Oh, of course. 1 second. my there it is. I don't know if my mic is still working or not. All right. That was my girlfriend who called. She's doing fine. She made it where she needs to be. But yeah, so she did see the post. But yeah, this thing is pretty cool. I like it a lot. I'm looking forward to. I don't know. She was asking me if I was going to get it. It's like I probably will. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I told her the all-in was already sold out, so I said she would probably like the pen. But yeah, that didn't happen. So, all right, let's go back to this. All right, so let's back to this. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was gonna try to open up some figures, and we're gonna start with this lady here. And already, I mean, just look how nice she looks in the package. It's almost like I don't want to really open these, but luckily they do a good job for collectors on this packaging. Makes it really easy to keep if you want to keep the packaging. I am an out of box collector, so probably will not be keeping the packaging. And they're really simple to open. You just slide the back off of it. It just slides into these grooves. Really nice artwork. This is like the same on pretty much everything. I don't know. I don't remember what wave she's part of, but I got 4 out of 5 figures and a heads pack of All Star Wave 5. But she's not part of that wave. But here we go, getting her out of the package. Her tray here. Oh, little thing for her soft goods. They put this in with the soft goods. Little gel packets. Make sure you dispose of that correctly. Has 2 trays. On the back of the one tray, we have her beautiful cloak, all nicely wrapped in plastic, taped to the back of it. And it is wired, I believe. Yep, from the bottom. Look how shimmery this is. Look how pretty. That is so nice. I don't know who they have designing their soft goods, but damn. Kind of wish there was a button on it though, but that's okay. Probably been too big and would look weird, so I'm afraid I might rip it, and I don't want to rip the seam. But that's very nice. Is there a wire here? Yeah, there's a wire here too. Besides the bus, the wire goes. There's not in the top, is it? No, there is a wire here too. So the wire's all the way up around the seam here in the top, all the way down and around the whole bottom and the back up to this. So that's cool. A fully wired cloak, cape. Yeah, it's my frappuccino or frappe. And here's a little. It comes with all Mythic Legions figures, I've noticed. So this makes what? Already had 4 prior. I got 6 figures and a horse. Technically the horse. And you get this nice little warning thing about how the joints can become really stiff or tight after the production. And they, what's up, John? How's it going, buddy? How you doing, bud? Good to see you, man. Glad you could pop in. I know it's not a Gundam build. I think I did mention that we wouldn't be building today, but I got a bunch of new Mythic Legions in. We're going over some of them. I already opened up. You missed me open up this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah. Oh, cool, man. Yep. Yeah, well, we just finished eating lunch here too, so yeah, he's pretty badass. He's really shimmery too. He's got some nice kind of very discreet kind of metallic-ish kind of paint on the scales. Now, I don't know how well it'll pick up if it just focuses. Not on my face, not on my face. Focus on his face. But I think you can kind of sort of see it. I don't know how well it's come through on the camera there. But yeah, he's pretty cool. we're just starting to get into these. I don't plan on being on for too long today because I am going to another FC game today with my brother, FC Cincinnati. Here's her alternate head here. Come on, focus on her. I don't know why the camera doesn't want to. I hate the autofocus sometimes. There we go. Look at that. Look at that paint work. But had it and then it went. I mean, come on. I need to adjust my light. Like I get it to work and then it doesn't. I think I want to focus on the Trish's doll in the background. Yeah. But paintwork on these guys are really nice. Like I want to block that head too. There it goes. Like every time it thinks it sees a face, it wants to focus on that and not on what I'm trying to get the focus on. Oh, yeah. I don't. Whatever factory these come from, they do an amazing job on the paintwork on these guys' faces. I mean, all the previous ones I have are just as good. If I can just get it to focus again. There it is. Look how nice. How nice and detailed that is. And that's on her alternate head. Just it really looks like the same face. It's just like different hair. Because this is her main. But like I said, thanks for joining me today, John, on my birthday stream. Because I figured, hey, let's open up some my presents I bought myself. And hopefully in another, I don't know, I should be getting some more stuff in the next couple weeks or so. I got something already on the way. But do you only do Gundam? Do you collect anything else, John? Because I can't remember if you've said something before in the other live streams or not. If you all you do is the Gundam model kits or stuff like that. I really love the packaging that Mythic Legion, Four Horsemen do with these Mythic Legion figures. Here she is. She's got a soft goods tunic here underneath, and it's also wired in here. But they do a lot of amazing detail paintwork on these guys, on the rivets. Look at that wash on that leather. Well, the plastic supposed to be leather belt. It's so nicely done. Look at this. Oh my. She's wow, this is the first female body figure I've gotten from Four Horsemen, and she looks really, really good. The amount of detail just on the gauntlets and stuff. Just Jesus. Found some Pokemon cards from 1995. That's cool. I could never. I mean, Pokemon was a little bit out of my age range when it first came out because I think it was in. Yeah, I say this, and I'm a Power Rangers collector, and I was 12 when Power Rangers came out. So, but Pokemon is like I think when it came out, I think it was I. It's definitely a show that was more tended towards younger kids because, like, so this is my birthday. I'm 44 today. I hate it. I hate being 44. I hate being in my 40s. I hate feeling old. I mean, my body already does enough of that as it is. I mean, let's take a closer look at her boots here because you can't really see it underneath her tunic. Just look at that. Just the amount of detail these guys put in is just amazing. Yeah, I figured I needed like a kind of a sorceress or a witch character to kind of put with my guys that I already got. Trying to diversify my collection a bit more. She's really cool. I like the alternate head with how the hair is compared. I think it's really nice. She has a few effects too. I don't know if I want to try to. I think you might have to pick the head off if you want to put the cloak on first. There we go. Just pop that right off. Easy peasy. And she does come with a couple pauldrons too that are in the package. But I don't think I want to put those on her while she has the cloak on. I think I'll just have her with the cloak here. Do I think? Well, I guess it really depends on what you're trying to depict where she's from, right? If you do gray, was she more like in a sandy area, like a light sandy area, or is it supposed to be more of a snow? Maybe. Let's do this alternate head, and not the. Yeah, let's put the alternate head on here. That hood up. But I guess it really just depends on what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to make, what the look is you're going for. And if you don't know anything about Mythic Legions, they're really well known in the toy community for their customization. A lot of people customize these guys a lot. Already got like dirt or something on her cape. No. See, that's what she looks like with that alternate head on with the hood. Of course, it's wired, so you can set it down. Fully wired, so you can have her doing like cool attack poses and have it kind of like flailing out. That's neat. But yeah, this is cool. She's gonna look cool in the shop. I don't know how I'm gonna display her yet, but she's gonna look really neat. She also comes, let's see, like this. She comes with a pair of pauldrons. And they kind of plug into there are a couple holes on the back, like around where her shoulder blades are at. Those just will plug in there and get them to show some detail. Come on. Focus for me. Maybe I can get one. There it is. Got some nice little silver paint on it. On these little ends here. So it's not as painted, but it's actually kind of shimmery too. It's like I don't know, it's something in the plastic. It's got a little bit of a glittery plastic into it. Come on, there you go. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Like a little bit gold flake. Nice. Surprisingly, some of the cards are in relatively good condition. I found a couple ancient Mew cards from the first Pokemon movie. That's cool. I wonder how much those things are going for now, because I think I don't know. You said they're pretty rare, so they're kind of ancient, which I guess would make them rare, right? She's got a few pair of hands. I'm trying to get the hands out. I should have got my little baggie so I can make sure I put these back in. It's got a couple kind of spell casting looking hands. One for the left and one for the right. That was the right one. Here's the left one. And she comes with like two different pairs of gripping hands. You got the ones that are on her are the horizontal hinges. Or no, vertical hinges? Right? Yeah. And then got the horizontal hinge so she can move her wrist up and down. If I can get the other hand out, it'd be great. Yeah, there it is. And just strict black, no extra paint on the hands. He's not on these, but she also comes with a couple magic effects. Oh. Like this kind of translucent blue skull looking thing. Kind of cool. Looks like it would wrap around her arm a little bit, flare it out. And then she's got this, got to untie it though. This one's actually twist tied on. Okay. Well, you missed it. My girlfriend called me when she got where she needed to go right in the middle of my stream. It's like she didn't even notice I posted I was on stream. But here's a nice different effect. I don't know how this one goes. Probably it wraps around the staff. But did I not? Wait, the staff's on another tray. I know there's one other piece. But yeah, this thing's really cool. Like that she's got all these. But here's her big wizard kind of staff. With a nice crystal ball at the end. Look at this thing. Really cool. I probably shouldn't be getting into all these lines, but I keep getting more toys. I need to figure out where her elbow is there. There we go. Then she has her little cloak and her staff. Are they UV reactive? I don't believe so. I don't know if they've done anything UV reactive. I think they might have done some figure obscura. I'm probably mistaken on that because I'm still new to Four Horsemen's Mythic Legion stuff. Because a lot of these are, when they do their drops for these, they go up for pre-order. They're usually cheaper on their site if you get them in that time window, but they're paid up front. And then when that window closes, you can pre-order them off of like Big Bad or Entertainment Earth or other toy retailers. But they're at a bit more of a price. And don't know if you caught when I was looking at the newest one they just posted. Oh, I'll bring it back up as I actually get it back on the right page here. Here we go. And bring this up. This is their newest drop. They just dropped today. We can get it to add. Did they add it to stage? There it is. And this is the Jersey Devil. They just posted this up today. Of all days. Get my mouse on the right screen. And this is one of their figure obscura lines. And he's got some slightly translucent wings. But as being UV reactive, I'm pretty sure they're not. Yeah, my girlfriend's really into this type of stuff, like the cryptics and stuff. And the figure obscura line does a lot of more literary and other folklore type of characters. Like I think some of their first figure obscura launches were like Christmas stuff. They did a couple like different like Santa Clauses or Father Christmas. But this is I think I want to say this is the first American cryptid that they've done. Because I think one of the last, because they've done like two different headless horseman figures. The normal first release had like the normal orange, regular kind of fire, and then the second release had a kind of a light, like a nice glowing green. Wasn't glowing, but it's translucent green fire on it. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I'm still on the fence about getting him because they were already sold out. I mean, they're sold out of this all in, which is just had a mug and a pen with it, and you can still get the mug, but it's just the figure, this pin set, and then this mug with the map of Jersey on it, and some other artwork for the Jersey Devil. I can get the thing to scroll. Yeah, because here's the mug. which is pretty cool. I don't know. I'm still debating if I'm going to get that. I don't know yet. Let me try to get my mouse back over here so I can get back to this. There we go. Yeah, so but I'm having a hard time pronouncing this character's name. It's driving me nuts. Now I don't know where I put her box. There it is. If I can get it to focus on the actual piece. I think it's like thrice wraith. Thrice wraith Haler, I think is how it's pronounced. I'm really bad with pronunciations if you haven't figured that out. But she's the only one from this wave that I picked up. She's down there. There's a couple other like wizard guides, and I'm not sure. I don't think the one here, the orange and blue, I don't think he's supposed to be any kind of wizard or anything. He's some kind of green looking undead demon guy, and a big orc and a genie. I think he's a genie. I'm not for sure. But she was the only figure in that wave I got. The other four I picked up. I'm pretty sure you've probably seen my Instagram posts about them. But this guy, this is the only figure obscura that I've gotten so far. This is Ganesha. And I have not taken him out of the box yet. I'm still debating if I want to do that on stream. Everyone else is going to be so much easier to open. And I'm still not sure when my brother is wanting to come get me. I want to say probably soon. Probably in like another maybe hour or so. So I'm trying to get through this. And this guy has the figure of Cirrus have these like magnetic flaps on them. Got like some nice little backdrop. Try not to scuff up the artwork. But here's Ganesha. You got beautiful artwork from the Four Horsemen, and again, you guys biography or whatever you want to call it about him back here, and more Hindu spiritual artwork that's to do with that character. And like, I'm not religious in any way, but I can appreciate the artistry that it takes to do something like this and like pull this off. It's really cool. And I will open them eventually. I just don't know. I don't think I'm going to do it on the live stream. But since she has been opened, now we got this guy. This is a Zytherian guard, I think it's how it's pronounced. Because X's always sound like a Z with the Y. Like a Zytherian guard. And he has a human type head, or at least a human style face. It could still be an elf, because, depending on your depiction of elves. And then he has a green, like kind of an olive green face with the helmet. And there's in these visor pieces, or what you want to call them, on the helmets are interchangeable because they are different. They don't look too different from the package. And I really wanted this guy. So, actually, if you look in the back. So, out of this wave, I picked up this guy here. I did not get the goblin, but I got her right here. She is not part of the wave. She's part of a different wave, I think. Of course, him, which is the one we're looking at right now. I got the horse, but I did not get this head pack. I'm not for sure what the head pack is supposed to go for, because none of the characters in this wave are red, so I think they're from some previous stuff. But those are all ones I picked up that came in on Monday. And I kind of did like a quick little video, like not even a video, like just quick Instagram post. And I think I did a shorts or a reel. And again, the package just slides, the back just slides right off. And he doesn't have a second tray, so all of his extra bits are in this little bag here. Except for like one sword and maybe a pair of hands. But he's got like a bow, some extra belt pieces, quiver, big old shield with looks like a deer head on it. Which is one of the main reasons why I picked this guy up. It's mostly because of this shield. I love the shield. Yeah, I'm going to click that off here. Here's one of the pauldrons. And get it to focus. Focus. Do not pay attention to the man behind the hand. There it is. Look at that nice detail on this thing. Again, Four Horsemen just knocks it out of the park when it comes to these. Got the bows, got a nice little taut little string on it. Not as much paint on this, but it's a nice kind of bronzy plastic. So it's got a nice sheen to it. So I really appreciate that. But he does have two pauldrons, so there's the other pauldron. And again, they just plug into the back of the figure. People like looking up thinking my screen changed for some odd reason. We got the quiver here. And it doesn't want to really focus on what I'm trying to show. There it is. With the faux clumps arrows. But he does have one loose arrow so you can pose with and try to look like he's trying to shoot it from the bow. Let's see here. And here's the extra belt. This would go around his waist, kind of a strap you can attach other stuff to, like hang the shield from, because it has a nice loop there. So you can put things through that. But then you got this big old shield. And you get it out of here. If I can get the handle. There it is. That's the handle that plugs into the shield. Look at that. I mean, just like that. But look at this thing. Look how amazing this shield is. And I think this part can come right off too if I wanted to push it. Yeah, I can just pop this part right off. So if I had like a different Mythic Legions that had a similar shield that had a little round piece on here, I could peg that into there and not use this part. I thought it was supposed to have something like that, but I could be mistaken. Maybe it was just wishful thinking. But this is the main reason why I picked it up. And all you do is just take a little handle and it just plugs right there. You can have it set, and they're supposed to be coming out with a new piece for their shields. I actually will like go on the risk type of deal. So, but this is one of the reasons why I got the figure. I mean, comparing. So here's the one we already taken out, and here's the shield. So, and these are 1/12 scale figures. I think they're more roughly around 7 inches though, opposed to the 6-inch that like Marvel Legends or Power Rangers Lightning Collection are in. This is kind of more closer to the Masterverse kind of scale because those are more in the 7-inch range. See, I'm trying to pull him out and I haven't taken off the cover yet. Again, because the soft goods that are on them, you got this little silicone or whatever it's called packet. His sword is really cool too. You see in the package here. And he's got the soft good lower tunic piece. With actually, there's like a rubber one here too. So you got this one little flap here that's soft goods. And I know a lot of people love these figures because I'm more of a sci-fi guy. Don't get me wrong. But I do enjoy my fantasy films from time to time. I'm probably getting more and more into the whole fantasy thing lately. There we go. Set up and tie him. Just pop him right out. There we go. The sword was kind of in his way. But here you can see where the holes here on the back. I think this is if you had like the wings you could put there if you wanted to. But these holes are for the pauldrons. You would just take it and you just plug it right in. These are really tight fit. So that's where that would go. Put the pauldrons on both. Ugh. Come on now. And these pauldrons are a bit of a pliable plastic too, so really works out well. But yeah, the amount of detail just on the armor. I mean, look at this. Yeah, they got some. I mean, you should check out their website. Uh, Store Horseman. I don't know. I may put a link up at some point. I don't know because I'm not affiliated with them or anything. Because I'm a small channel. I think they only know my name from when they see the orders pop up. Uh, maybe the occasional post on Instagram if they're paying any attention to those. But yeah, these guys I've been really impressed. My favorite one so far have been my Legion builder, the Evil Green and Heroic Green Knights. So kind of a metallic uh paint on them, really shimmery, really nice. Light reflects off them, really cool. And of course, yeah, the shield does go down, the face shield here, and you can actually pop those off too. The helmet itself does not come off the figure because it is attached to the head, and you can also remove the neck if you so needed to for whatever reason. But these are interchangeable with the other head. You see the belt here has other loops, so you can put the sword and quiver in. I'd have to take the pauldrons off to put this on, and probably the head. And these guys are actually known to be able to come apart real easy. So you should, well, after you heat it up a little bit, because people customize these guys a lot. Just popping the arms off. You could pop them off from the knee, because it's single jointed knees, single jointed elbows. I don't know if you can pop it off from the elbows though, but you can pop the arms off, and the waist if you need to take off the tunic for whatever reason, and mix and match all the parts. At least for most figures. I don't think they'll be working well with the bag in the way. With this one, I don't think I can pop any of her parts off to put on him, but I'm sure I can with the females. And the females, just like the orc scale, because I think that's what he is. I think he's orc scale, as they call him. So obviously his parts aren't going to fit on this guy, and vice versa. Uh, well, yeah, so you can compare him with this guy here, you know. And yes, this effect piece does come off too. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. But yeah, the detail on this guy's really cool. Really like that. I'm gonna get his other head out of here. Oh, see, and the faceplate just came right off. Or face shield. So you can see where that's plug in. Just take it and you just slap it on there. It's kind of a pliable plastic. There's the other head. It's got kind of a really green-eyed. Like the whole eye is green. Like the whole eye socket. Come on. There is nothing else to focus on. Just focus on the face. I don't know. It doesn't want to focus sometimes. It just drives me nuts. Like it'll focus for a half a second and then go away. There we go. It's like he's like possessed or something. So that's cool. But I really dig the sword for this guy. If I can just get it out. There we go. Try not to scrape the paint, but this thing is really cool. I mean, the paint's really clean. It's really nice design work. Take that. I'm gonna put that. No, I didn't see any extra. Did he not have extra hands? I don't think he had any extra hands. Well, there was none on the tray, and none in his little baggie. So he was one of the few that didn't have any extra hands. So she had a lot, but I think she needed them. He does not need all that many extra hands, but I think his right hand has the up down hinge, and his left hand has no. They both are up down hinges. That's interesting. I think my other ones it was the forward back hinge before. Can the sword go into the shield? No, the sword cannot go into this shield. There is no like place to stick the sword into. That would be kind of interesting, but I don't think this design really works its way for it. But you can just take the shield here and just pop this in his other hand and get it in there. There we go. So you can kind of hold it like that if you want, or you can, depending on how you want it to hold, because the thing rotates on that peg. You can kind of hold it like that. But unfortunately, no, it does not go into the shield. But again, this front piece is, I can't even see it because the shield's in the way now. This is fabric and it's wired as well. So you get some kind of dynamic posing with that if you want it. It also has a rubber one underneath here. Really soft plastic. But he's really cool looking. He's going to look nice on my shelf with the other guys. That's the Zytherian Guard. A little disappointed he didn't have any extra hands, but he's going to be holding all that stuff. Like, he didn't even have an extra hand, just a separate hand for just the arrow. That, you typically help to hold the arrow a certain way. So, there's that. Let's go ahead and we'll go on with Lady of Branana. I don't know how to pronounce that. But she does not have any extra heads, but she seems to have like the fewest extra pieces. Go ahead and click that off here. See if I can't. Yeah, I already apologize for my pronunciation of these names because I'm bad at it. Again, slides right off. Really beautiful artwork. Same artwork as before. The bio for these figures are always on the little side here. So if you want to save it, you can because it's just a piece of cardboard. It just sits in the tray. Just like that. So I actually went and cut all my other ones off. And I saved them with the baggies that I put all the accessories in when I put them up in my my little drawer stuff for it. Here we got, let's get her out first. But she has this nice big old wicked looking axe thing. And she's like the Zytherian Guard. She's got the little piece of fabric here that's wired. But she's got really kind of jaggedy looking armor. Oh my god. Get her out of the box. Like I said, I really like how Four Horsemen does this with the packaging because they're not like just stuck. And you kind of really have to pry them out like other figures. These are the hardest part, just getting the twist tie out of the way, really. And then they just kind of plop right out. There we go. And there's our, I want to say she's supposed to be like an evil knight. And there's some customizers out there that got some really cool heads. This one, I think I want to get a couple different female heads for. But she's got this nice medieval face mask. No alternate one for her, though. I don't believe so, anyway. But she looks really cool. The really menacing kind of red eyes. If I can get the light to focus on her and not my balding head. There it goes. Nice shadows around the face. Of course, to see the weathering kind of on the leather. Like she rose from the depths of hell. But yeah, she's pretty cool. Oh man. And all this stuff here is all really soft, kind of rubbery plastic, so that's good. I'm not gonna hurt myself and move this character around too much. She's a little tight. I may have to heat her up a bit more. Ugh. Yeah, that's. Oh, and these just pop right off too. Little elbow pads. So that's the first. And they're kind of keyed in a certain way, so you can only pop it in a certain way. I don't know if it's supposed to though, but it popped off on me. If not, I may have to glue that back in because it looked like it may have ripped off, and I don't like that. Cause I don't think it's supposed to. These things don't typically come with instruction manuals though. So yeah, I may have to glue that part back in. I don't think it was supposed to come out. I mean, it's sitting in there right now, but how the elbows kind of move, I think it just helped rip it off. So that's gonna have to get fixed. Anyhow, because yeah, you can move it around without already bending the elbow. You're gonna rip. Yeah, I don't think that was supposed to come off. No, I mean I got it sitting there for a moment, but this is also kind of a soft plastic, rubbery plastic here. Little side skirts. Check out the kind of metallic weathering. Look at this. It's like it's ancient armor. Again, on the belt, it's got the faux pouches, which is really cool. This is a different belt too. I think even that's on her, or is it the same belt? Actually, it might be the same belt. Yeah, same belt that's on this one, just different color. Because hers is got the gold buckle, and this one just all like the same, mostly the same color. Yeah, that elbow pad keeps falling off. Ah! Oh, that was a hard thing to have to deal with the female ones. Yeah, because if you look at it, you see some of the white on there. Yeah, I may have to, because the other one doesn't seem to be coming off at all. So that one's good. This one, I guess the adhesive kind of wore out or something, or just how I moved it. But that is not supposed to happen. So I will have to do a little bit of surgery on that. But all in all, she looks good. She's got, again, single jointed knees, single jointed elbows. I don't know if they had any other complaints about this elbow pad or not. Of course, you see the plugs for her pauldrons, which she does have. It's all again like, hey, let's get her big old axe thing out first. Because this thing is, I want to take a closer look at this thing. Got a little bit of bit from the sprue when they pulled it off, still there. So not as clean. But that handle is wicked. That's a really cool design. So that's really neat. Her elbow fell right off again. Oh, I will get you fixed. I mean, it sits in there just nice, but it's not supposed to come out. All right, so all the rest of her accessories are in the bag. She's got more of the standard round shield, which is what my knights had, but she's got nice, like, bronze rivets painted on there. There we go. Dust there. Nice kind of metal, looks like steel or some kind of metal, maybe iron looking. Cool. Comes with this interesting. I think my brightness keeps fluctuating for some odd reason on my light. I don't like it can switch. Here's her interesting sword. I keep forgetting what this is called. Kind of reminds you of or at least reminds me of the Sandrock's weapons. I just keep forgetting what this is technically called. Of course, you got the over the chest type of strap. You can hang the shield or any other big weapons you want to go through that thing there for. You have another belt Well, maybe it's just two different. Maybe you could do dual. Yeah, because you got one with a buckle and one that doesn't. It's got the same kind of loop there. So I don't think it's a normal belt, which is interesting. But the way it's kind of flared, you might think it is. Of course, you got her pauldrons, which again very menacing looking, very jaggedy looking. Plugs into the back of her shoulders. Actually, this is more closer to back of her traps because of how much thinner the body is. Come on, plug in. This one's being a pain. Got the left one in just fine. The right one being a bit of a pain. There we go. So you got with the pauldrons on. A little cockeyed. It's cool. I will fix you. I don't know if the super glue I have is going to work for this kind of rubbery plastic or not, but I'll have to take a look at it. But I don't know. I think that other belt might go around the waist the way it's flared because very similar to the belt that's already on her. But it doesn't make much sense because of where that's whole thing there is. And of course, you got the handle for the shield. Again, just plugs right into the peg. And that's pretty cool. That's Lady Freak, how do you pronounce her name? God. That's probably the most annoying thing about me. I can't pronounce for shit. Lady Verona. Verona? Verona, I guess? I don't know. Maybe I'm adding too many syllables to that. I'm hoping I don't mix all of her parts together with the other ones. They're all just kind of scattered on my desk at the moment. All right, so last actual person figure is Durbin. And this is the guy that actually goes, I believe it's supposed to be the guy that goes with the horse. Again, he's got the nice knight armor. He's got a plastic hood. He does have like a big cloak to go with him, or a cape. I think it's more of a cape. But this is all part of the Wave, I think All-Star Wave 5, I believe. I'm trying to keep an eye on my phone for any text messages from my brother. I don't know when he's supposed to be coming down. All right, so again, let's just slide that off. And he has his pauldrons and his crossbow, so he's more of a ranger, I guess. I don't know, I haven't really read this. I guess I could be reading their bios, but yeah, he is a human ranger, so that's cool. Which means he has an animal companion. And this is one thing I was looking forward to. And the animal companion has a little thing for his feet. So you can put him on his wrist and hold him because he's in that pose. He got this nice bird. It's very well painted. Yeah, he's really pretty. No articulation, even it looks like there could be in the head. And but yeah, he just purchased. Take his normal gauntlet off and flip this on so he can hold the bird on his wrist. Like he's just perched there. About to take off. And in this bag is his cape or robe or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, like a big wired cape designed to pop the head off first before you put it on. So you're not gonna. And I scraped my hand doing yard work the other day, moving branches. So big wired gray cloak for Durban here. So the first ranger I have, and he is cool looking. He's got a bunch of extra hands, whole bunch of extra hands. I think he's like the second or third character that I've gotten from Mythic Legions that's got so many hands. Look at that undone here. I really hope the plastic ain't rustling too much for you guys, because I can't hear what's going on, the audio wise. I can just tell that it's working. And you all should be able to hear me, but I don't know what the volume really is. So I'm really hoping this isn't too loud. I know in previous recorded review ones I had to go down and tweak, but those guys are stuck like in the tray. So here we got Durban out of the packaging with his kind of, I don't know what color you would call that. Kind of a nice, kind of light blue kind of shimmer to it, to the armor. Like a blue gray or a grayish blue. Just pop the head right off. The head is part of the hood, so you can't take the hood off of that. And the neck, the way it is, you should be able to pop that off too. But I'm not going to attempt that. I'm going to just put his cape on, because that is how I want him displayed. Kind of weird to him having a hood with no big cloak to go with. But again, single jointed knees, single jointed elbows, nice wiggle here at the waist. I know I haven't really been going through all the articulation, but he moves pretty well. And again, like I said, the detail with all the paint on the silver rivets, just all over this. The sculpt work on these guys has just been amazing. And I see what people have been talking about for the last several years. Because I follow a bunch of people who collect a lot of these things. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna jump into Mythic Legions. I'll get a couple figures, but Leodicius what really kind of got me into one. Like, okay, this is a badass lion guy, and so when he comes out, I'll be really really happy. I want to kind of pop this hand off here. So I'm really wanting to put. Okay, so his gauntlet does not come off, but you can put this on. So that's cool. So that's supposed to go on like that. I don't know. They don't have instructions, so I want to say it just goes on just right over, no matter how you want to put it, I suppose. You just plug the hand back in. Like so. And so now he has his bird companion on his wrist. That's pretty much how I'm probably going to have him displayed. Maybe on the back of the horse with the reins. The legs do kind of spread pretty good out there. That's going to be interesting when I finally get the horse open and figure all that out. How he's going to really sit on the horse well. But he's got his bird. And that's really cool. I like when it has like a cool companion creature like that. That's really neat. I like that. I liked it a lot. We haven't gone through all this other accessories though. I know I just kind of tossed the bag with the pauldrons. His crossbow. But he does not have any. Does he have an arrow? I don't think he has an arrow though. It just spilled out. No, it doesn't look like he has an arrow, but he has a nice little crossbow. But no projectile. It's got a little elastic string. It's cool. Pretty nicely detailed. Not a whole lot of stuff going on with it. But yeah, we got that going on. He also has this cool little dagger. It would have been cool if the human archer's eagle was taking off action pose option 2. Yeah, that would have been kind of cool. I want to say I want to say this guy is the same scale as like the Silverhawk Ultimates birds. I want to say that he's about the same size. But there was like each one of those guys, I think, except for a few, came with 2. I think Stargazer only had the 1. But they had one that was in perch mode and then one that was with the wings out. I wish he had a more of a perch mode version as well, so you could have him just kind of chilling instead of always like he just either landed or something of that nature, like it currently is. So I think that would have been really neat if they would have done something like that. But the fact that they made it to where you could have him holding on, have him just pretty much just attached to the thing. At least if his legs could have been swapped or something. I don't know. But he's still pretty cool. Yeah, but I agree. It would be nicer if it had some extra options. But here's his pauldrons. Kind of very straightforward, very rounded. Not a lot of flair. Got the faux straps there, like it was strapped to his actual chest armor. Again, just plugs into the back. But with the cloak on, I'm not going to put those on as of right now. But he's got a cool dagger. And I guess I could put it in one of these other spots. He has 2 spots, but not an actual sheath because you got these little slots there on the belt, which is what most of these. And that's a separate belt too, because there's the main belt on the waist, and then that's a secondary belt you can actually remove, because that's what most Mythic Legions already come with is a similar style belt. It always has the 2 loops. And with the cloak, so you got the 1 loop here, and you got another loop right here. So you can put other weapons like another sword, which he does have, but it's in a sheath, depending on how you want it to go. And I just dropped something. I think it was one of the pauldrons fell. Yep, it was one of the pauldrons. Trying not to run it over with my chair. All right, there's the pauldron. So here we go. Get the rest of this. I had kind of just got the tray back in there. Oh, the mess on my bed. But yeah, here's the sword. I'm gonna say it's the same design as the other swords I have for the other figures. Try to get the sheath out though. There's its sheath. Got a kind of little clasp piece here, so you just would slide that. Take the sheath here, and you would just slide it through one of the holes. Take the dagger out of that one. We'll go ahead and put that just to make it a little easier to get into. Figure out which direction I want to do that. There we go. Always try to have that little clip part more on the inside, just so it has a stopping place. So you can put the sheath right there to the slot. Match the color scheme, slides in and out of the sheath right there, or scabbard. It's really cool. And then you can take your dagger. I don't know. I think you should have a better place for the dagger, though. I think you needed more of a. I'm not sure how they wanted this to go. I guess you could technically tuck it into the belt, but I wouldn't want to do that. But I do like the design of the dagger and the hilt. That's really cool. But so that's for the most part, that's was it Durban? Durban? God, what is it? Yeah, Durban or Duban. There's no R. Duban. I don't know. I had to watch more of the Four Horsemen's like streams when they talk about these guys and actually say their names out loud, so I know how to pronounce them. But he's got a bunch of hands. He's got a kind of a couple of different posing looking hands, kind of like this type of deal. He's got a pair of fists and some up down hinge gripping hands as well. So on him, he's got the forward back hinges, so the left and right hinges on the hands right out of the box. And then he has additional for more posing options. I guess also because will be next thing we're opening is this horse. Dubon, Duban, Durban. I keep saying R in it. There's no R in it. And where is? Oh, there's my knife. Here, I've been not needing a knife until I got this guy. So here we got this big old horse. If I can see the name on this guy. Boris. Big gray steed. I'll go ahead and cut the tape open on this. When the first, well, the big dragon guy was also taped because he was in a bigger, kind of same type of box. Not as wide. Oh, and here's a little look at some of the artwork right there. It doesn't. I'm trying to see if it says anything about who he belongs to. I'm not seeing. You can pretty much use any figure, but the pictures I've seen for this horse had ribbon on it. And here he is, right here. Look at the big horse. Always a fan of having more animals. And my main weird thing is how they twist some of these twist ties. It was the same thing with the dragon. That was a little bit of a pain trying to get the twist tie unraveled. So they kind of tie it and they make a loop. And then they like literally like tie it. Like it's just twisting it. They will like literally go in and kind of thread it through itself. And that's where it took me like 20 minutes to get the dragon out of the tray. Just trying to undo the twist tie. Because if I can't get hit and done out of here soon, I'm going to be really mad. Also helps that I know what I'm getting myself into trying to get that off. See, I got that one undone. Let's see if I can't get the other twist tie undone. Am I turning it the right direction? There we go. Definitely coming around a lot easier than the last time I was trying to open it. This guy's got like 5 twist ties around him. Got one around the tail, one around each of the right legs. Oh, God. Why do you have to make this difficult for me? It's my birthday. Couldn't it be easier? Come on, Boris. Come on. I think when I said it was my birthday, it decided to get harder. There we go. My brother would probably tell me I shouldn't be getting into so many lines. But I like to branch out. I like to experience new figures, man. I like to experience new lines. I want to see what all the talk is about. Thing is, I have a collector's mentality that likes to go a little overboard when I start a new line. I don't need everything. I keep telling myself I don't need everything. But when a cool thing comes out, it's like the whole FOMO kind of hits. Actually, I think I just broke that one off. But here we go, Boris. and get this out of here. I know it's kind of midstream, but if you like me doing these types of streams, make sure you hit that like button and leave a comment later if you're watching this on the replay or just say hi. Just kind of hanging in, coming in. Wow, look at this guy. This guy's neat. Nice reins on him. I just got a text. Who is it? Is it my brother? Probably. That's my buddy Bob. Yeah, my buddy Bob. He wished me a happy birthday today. He's out in Pennsylvania. Oh, one of my best friends. He's living it up there. Go over Boris here. He's got some nice, really pliable plastic reins. Really cool. I want to say, yeah, is that metal? Yeah, I want to say the little loops that this is attached to is metal. I think. It could be plastic. Doesn't feel cold. But then again, it's not that cold in here. Nice saddle. I want to say you should be able to take the saddle off, but I would not know how to do it. But the detail on this is really cool. Like the little pouch thing here. That's really nice. Now you should be able to take off the mane to put a more flowing mane on. Yeah, it just kind of pops right off. Plugs in like that. But that's what he comes with. That's the only other accessory this horse comes with is an additional mane. I'm just trying to line that back up. But yeah, I'm going to have to heat him up a bit because he's a bit tight and I don't want to break him. But he's got several points of articulation. The joints here, obviously you got one back here. The tail. It looks like there's it's got a peg and then it's got a hinge for up and down. So when you're galloping, right? Away. But look at the nice detail on this whole getup. It's all loose. You can see some paint rub right there from. If I can get my finger on it right there. There's paint rub there, which is fine. You just say it's dirt. A little bit of plastic rub on them too. You can kind of see some areas where it's kind of worked into the package for a bit. But it's a toy, man. I expect this. For adult collectible. But yeah, this guy's pretty cool. I like the horse a lot. Got the nice range. You can put all this stuff is really nice, pliable. Was even got a peg on, so that's pegged in somewhere. We'll say that's pegged in somewhere. Got more places to hang other weapons or stuff on the loops around the saddle, which is really cool. But it has articulations on the hooves. Got a swivel here at the joint for the knees. There's also swivels here at the upper. What would I guess technically be a bicep joint on a normal figure. Same with down here, I think. Does it? I don't know. I don't think no, it has a little bit of movement. I'm afraid to move it too much. On the back legs or hind legs, but these hinges obviously will move opposite direction compared to these ones. At least for the knees, are a bit more reversed. Yeah, this guy's gonna need heated up before I start really tinkering with the knees. But he's really nicely sculpted. He's a really pretty horse. And they got some like undead horses too, which are pretty cool. See how I can get this guy to sit on here. Actually, I don't even know if those ones are even in stock anymore. So let's see, got him here. See if I can put the hand in the reins. Should be pretty easy. While he's still holding the bird. There we go. And I guess if I want to make it really, you put the feet in the stirrups. He's not quite sitting flush onto the saddle. There you go. Look at that. Yeah, I think that might be how I'm going to have him display. That's really cool. Ah, wow. That's really cool. I really like that. I wouldn't be surprised if we do a D&D campaign and my girlfriend wants to use all these. I know she wants to use the big Baethir dragon when he comes out. She has plans for when we get Baethir in. Let me see. I'm trying to bend his knee a bit more. Maybe I'll help him sit a little bit better. But that's just really cool. I really like that. When I use a couple coconuts and start clampering together to get the sound effect. So, I don't know. Do I have time? Since I have a text, is that so just Bob? Yeah, I haven't gotten anything from my brother yet. But yeah, so what do you think, John? I know you were eating lunch. Do you think I should go ahead and open up Ganesh or Ganesha? Do you think I should go ahead and crack this baby open? We can take a look at all the cool stuff in here. I probably really should because he's been one of the ones I've been looking the most forward to getting. Because when they launched him a few months back, I was like, oh, already had so many other things. I went ahead and finally pulled the trigger. So, what do you think, John? Should I go ahead and crack him open? If you're still watching, I don't know who's watching. I don't know if it's John or anyone else. There's a couple people, or at least one person. We've been on for about an hour and a half. We're just gonna go ahead and open them. Go ahead and get this tape cut open. Old Ganesh here, Ganesha. I apologize, Ganesha. I keep pronouncing your name wrong. It is my birthday today, and I know the one of the lotteries is pretty high. I think the one for tonight's pretty high up. Maybe I should get a lottery ticket. Maybe I'll get lucky because it being my birthday as well. Doubtful. Okay, so here's Ganesha. Before we get to the figure, he comes with this nice little booklet. Oh. I'm starting to drop little baggies and little bits. When you first open up, there's a couple baggies. You got a lot of his jewelry. A lot of the jewelry stuff that goes on to him in this baggie. Yay, John's still here. John's cool. I like John a lot. Another piece, this one goes around his torso, I believe. Like a bandolier type of thing. But it also comes with this nice booklet, which I want to say probably has like a bunch of information about the character, about the lore of this deity, of this Hindu god, which I am not really super familiar with. I mean, I know of Ganesha, but what I know is whatever I've seen in other media or anyone else has talked to. But yeah, it's got a lot of kind of information story about the guy. He's the Lord of Hosts or the Lord of the People. A fitting moniker for this beloved deity. The words Gana meaning group and Esha meaning Lord or Master. But yeah, it's even got like the birth of Ganesha in the booklet, wisdom of Ganesha. I don't know if people want to hear me reading these things that have such a bad or such a terrible ability of pronunciation. Lord Ganesha and his broken tusk. Like there's a whole story about why his tusk is broken. You know, which deities are his parents, which are Lord Ganesha and his love of Monarch. But yeah, these are his. The picture here is supposed to be of his parents, which is Goddess Parvata, Parvata, and Lord Shiva, I believe. Again, pronunciation sucks, so I apologize. I'm trying to be respectful to the pronunciations, but I'm really bad at it. How Ganesha became Lord of Beginnings. So interesting. My girlfriend would say there's a lot of me like just like how these things kind of always kind of coincide. There's always some kind of bigger picture because she's big into that whole stuff. I've never been, but she believes in like all deities and stuff like that. So I'm gonna close out this window and stop sharing that. I don't need that no more. I'm gonna drink some more of my frappe. Because my girlfriend's oldest, since he's stuck here with me, bought me lunch for my birthday. He ordered McDonald's through DoorDash. But here we got Ganesha. And again, we're just gonna pop him off. You see what he comes. He comes with like a lot of food items. You see his extra arms, which go on his back. Because I do know that part. He had like a lot of. There's like I think a few other deities I think of. I can't think of the name, but just I can visualize that had multiple arms. But I couldn't tell you what region, what faith they were based from. My girlfriend's like a wealth of knowledge for all that stuff, so I appreciate her for that. But again, like unfortunately, she's not here. There we go. Lift up his head a little bit so I can get this peg out. Oh, just dropped his crown or headdress. Fell right in my lap. But here we got our Ganesha figure. Nice soft good pants. Nice shimmery yellow and blue. Got more jewelry already around him. He's got this big scarf thing that's wired, but it's not attached to anything, so I'm trying to be careful and not have that fall off. Got his headdress here, which just fits on just like that. His ears are articulated, like a little ball, just dropping stuff. Like a little hinge and ball joint here in the back. See where the other arms plug in at. I still don't understand about the port, this rectangular port. Pardon me. Ugh, damn allergies. I'm still not too sure about the rectangular port, what it's really supposed to be for, because I don't have anything that requires it. We look closer at the detailing. The amount of paintwork detail just around the necklaces, headdress, the markings on his forehead and trunk, you know, the weathering of the tusk, even the belt, the weathering around that. If I can get it to focus. There we go. Look at that detail. It's insane. I'm trying to get my hand out of the way. God. This guy was like $70. So he's not a cheap figure, but he's really well done. I mean, I wish I had triceps like that. My God. This guy is beautiful. And I mean, I know a lot of people have been saying that have gotten this guy, but actually getting him in hand, he's just amazing. Amazing looking. See about some more of his. See if I can get him to stand up here a little bit. Oh. Let's go ahead and get his other arms on him. We got. It's interesting because this one has like a peg piece on. I'm guessing. I think it's for the big dessert here. So I'm pretty sure you should be able to pop off all the hands and stuff. See if I can't just pop that in. Because this is obviously for the left. Yeah, there we go. So we got that arm here. Here's his right arm, or back right arm, however you want to call it. Yeah, watch me struggle. Again, a good idea that you're like, well, I wouldn't use water because of the soft goods on him, but at least a hair dryer for a couple minutes on like a low heat setting, so you don't like warp or stain the plastic. Just plug that into the back. Got another gripping hand. I'm just worried I'm gonna drop and lose this scarf. But yeah, his tusk is got a little bit of articulation. This is a soft plastic. You can move it kind of left and right here. Yeah, I need to heat up his arms on the back here because I can't get the one elbow to bend. This one bends just fine. This one's being stubborn. It's got that peg here in that hand for the big pie thing that's in the tray. Trying to get him to stand. He's a bit top heavy. Yeah, because he's got little ankle rockers. Ankle thing. Just trying to get his legs to work for me. There we go. He's standing a bit. I'll pop the pie out. See, there you go. Like a look at that. Look at that pastry. That just plugs because there's a hole there. Plug right into that. So it could be a hole now. You can obviously put that hand on here. I suppose you just pop it right off. He does have a bunch of extra other hands as well, among other accessories. He's loaded with accessories compared to a lot of these other guys. Come on, Ganesha, stand. Stand. Try and get him not to fall over. Here is the other tray. He's got so much more. He's got an additional trunk piece. Got this cool looking axe. He's got a plate of grapes, some apples, like a little bushel of apples or whatever, like 3 apples, whatever you call it. A thing of bananas, a rat for some odd reason. I'm not sure what this bit here is supposed to be. But he also has this thing. I think this plugs into the back. So this is finally something that plugs into that rectangle. Today we are unboxing a bunch of Mythic Legions. I got a few figures from the this is like the True Joker. What's up, True Joker? We were unboxing him. This is actually, you made it the last figure. We've been unboxing a lot of Mythic Legions and this one figure Obscura from Four Horsemen Studios. This guy here is Ganesha, based off the Hindu god. So look, I actually had a place for that rectangular port on his back. All those figures all have it. And these things are all interchangeable, so you can pop off a lot of these parts and interchange them with all the other figures. He's got this nice little stool for him to sit on, which is probably how I'll have him, displayed. Very nicely weathered and painted. Very detailed here at the bottom of it. Very hollow. Yeah, knock knock. But yeah, he's got what, 3 extra hands. So we got 1 extra gripping hand, which makes sense because that flat one there, and then 2 regular flat hands. So one that doesn't have the peg, like the one from holding that big pie thing. But we've been opening up a bunch of Mythic Legions today that I got in on Monday. Like this big guy. Let's see here. Where else did I got? We got this female, like evil looking knight whose elbow pad ripped off. Unfortunately, I have to glue that back on. You got this nice kind of witch character whose name again I can't remember how to pronounce. This cool elven knight with this really cool shield. The Zytherian guard. Of course, Ganesha with a you're kind of in the middle of, and we got Durbin and his horse Boris. And I don't remember what I think that's supposed to be a falcon. I have to read the bio. I don't know what bird that's supposed to be that he has. But yeah, we got so this is what we were unboxing today. So I think actually what else we want to go through? Oh, so kind of went through what's in the tray. I'm not gonna pull all these out at the moment. What was here? Was there something there? Was that just because of how the tray was? I'm just hoping something else didn't fall out that I didn't notice. My luck, something probably did, and I just don't know what it is. I'm not seeing anything else that fell out. I feel like something was here, and I don't remember what it was. But anyhow. Yeah, so that was Ganesha, and that's everything that came in on Monday. So happy birthday to me. Thanks everyone for joining me today for this very early live stream. We've been on for a little over an hour and a half, almost an hour and 45 minutes. If I had to pick which is my favorite, I don't think I could pick because they're all really cool. I mean, I'm partial to this big orc scale dragon guy. He's really neat. Plus with the articulated jaw here, it's really cool. But Ganesh is really cool. Just mostly because he's based off an actual deity, and just the amount of effort, detail work that these guys put into everything they do, just really cool. And I really appreciate that. I mean, definitely worth the $70 for Ganesha, just because the amount of stuff you get. He's got so much stuff. But again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining me today on my birthday for this early live stream. We will continue again next Saturday at 8 o'clock like normal. We're going to continue. Where did I put you, Wing Zero? I just had you over here. Oh, there he is. We're going to continue on the build with the 1/100 scale master grade. Right? Was master grade? See, now I forgot what grade it was. Yes, master grade kit. I think the next step is the wings, I believe. So it'd be the backpack piece and the wings. You see all the detail work I did on all the panel lines, mostly in the white. You barely can tell if I put any on the blue for the most part on some of them. But yeah, we'll continue on this guy next week, next Saturday at 8 o'clock, unless something weird happens. I will definitely put a post either here or on my Instagram if that does change. But until then, I'd like to thank John for showing up and hanging out while he was eating lunch. Really appreciate it, brother. And True Joker, nice seeing you again. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. So hope you all have a good night, good rest of your Saturday. It's just a day because depending on where you're watching from, it's only 3:01 in the afternoon here. But again, you'll have a great rest of your day, great rest of your all's weekend. And I'm going to go watch FC play tonight. So I will catch you all next week. And again, thanks. See y'all later.